out of everything else I've done on that 67. The engine, rebuild, everything, the valve job, everything. For some reason, these Muncies are pissing people off worse than anything else you would. Sorry, but no, I'll stick with this old GM American and Canadian shit that's been out here for 40 years, and I won't spend any money on it. Sorry. I hope you enjoyed the video. I found a better cluster gear for the transmission for my 67. And when I say for my 67, I'm only going to run this if, and I guess really when, because nothing lasts forever, the Turbo 400 dies. This one, it's just, you know, I showed it in that one video. It's just a wide ratio muncie, just like scrap pile was, and the one I did the other day, that I fixed the other day. But this one is honestly probably worse. Because this was the worst of the two gears that I had to pick through when I put the scrap pile together. It has pitting on the gears and stuff. But the inside of it's in good shape. The reason I think this one will be okay in that car is it's not, you know, it's just a stock 396. It isn't gonna have a lot of torque and stuff, and I'm not gonna run that one hard because it's my uncle's engine. So, you know, I kind of would feel bad if I sent the rod. And I would try to show you this part a little bit better, but there's a bunch of needle bearing videos. I just wanted to do this and talk. So, all right. So I got the cluster gear in, and it has some noise in it, but I don't really care. It'll go away. First one I've had to do that to, the pin would fall all the way out the end, loose. Not really up and down yet, but the pin was loose in the hole, and it had been leaking. So I just staked it tighter around it and then knocked it into it. Sure, you're not supposed to do that, but good enough. All right, now we'll put a little more of it together, and then I'll show you. Okay, so I got the cluster gear in it, pin, the main shaft. I know it don't look like it, but I did at least sand the gears. See, that's where the bad spot is on this one. See these 3 teeth? That's not chipped, it's rust. So I'll put this side cover on, and I'll get a quart of grease and put in it later. And then if I ever did happen to need to run it, in the meantime, I'll be turning it every now and then to make sure it don't get rusty. And it'll be ready to run. This one is ready to run, other than it doesn't have speedometer gear. I don't care about that though. That's normally the least thing I worry about. Out of 1, 2, 4 transmissions, only one of them has a working speedometer, and the car don't. So, back in a second. Alright, so when we had this transmission was in the Rambler. When we had it in it, it had a 67 Chevelle shifter, stock one. Dad made the linkages. They're Saginaw linkages. Had to cut them, shorten them, weld them back together, and lengthen them, everything else. But this is the transmission, like I've mentioned, that I would use in my 67. And it's also the shifter that I'd use, which would possibly be another one, because if I remember right, this one didn't like to go in reverse. Yeah, it didn't like to go in reverse. I can't shift it without the handle. But even with the handle, like, you know, these have the little lever you pull up and to go toward reverse. This one didn't want to work. But there's another one down there, because he always ran Hurst. Everybody always ran Hurst shifters. So the transmission's together, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it didn't show very much, but you know, you start trying to show how to put something together like this, and you end up running into a bunch of keyboard experts, you know. And, you know, I don't mind it when they tell me what I'm doing needs to be done. It's, you know, like, you need to do this, and they give me a reason why this won't work. When I don't like it is when you need to do this and you won't give me a reason. So this will work in my car anyway. So eventually I'll put a quart of oil in it, grease, and like the other 2 I've got out, they've got grease in them. I can turn them every now and then to help keep the gears from rusting. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.